Welcome to our channel, Crazy Indians. Today we're discussing a hot topic for mobile app developers, Flutter vs React Native. Lena, let's dive in. Which platform do you think is
more popular among developers, and why do you think that is, John? John, that's a great question. According to the 2022 Stack Overflow survey, React Native is still the more popular choice among developers, but Flutter is quickly catching up. In fact, Flutter has been growing at a rate of 20% year over year, while React Native has been growing at a rate of 10% year over year. One reason for this is that Flutter is a relatively new framework, released by Google in 2017, while React Native has been around since 2015. However, Flutter has made significant strides in recent years.
Interesting, Lena. So, what are some of the key differences between Flutter and React Native that might make one more appealing to developers than the other?
Great question, John. One of the main differences between Flutter and React Native is the programming language used. Flutter uses the Dart language, while React Native uses JavaScript and JSX. This can be a big factor for developers who are already familiar with one language or the other. Another key difference is the architecture of the two frameworks. Flutter uses a custom graphics engine called Skia, which allows for fast and efficient rendering of graphics, while React Native uses the native graphics engines of the platforms it's running on. This can result in differences in performance and user experience.
That's a great point, Lena. What about performance? I've heard that Flutter is generally faster than React Native. Can you elaborate on that, Lena?
Absolutely, John. Performance is one area where Flutter really shines. Because Flutter uses its own graphics engine, it can render graphics and animations at a much faster rate than React Native, which relies on the native graphics engines of the platforms it's running on. This means that Flutter apps can often feel more responsive and smooth, especially when it comes to animations and transitions. Additionally, Flutter's architecture allows for better memory management, which can result in faster app startup times and reduced memory usage. That being said, React Native has made significant improvements in performance in recent years, and they...
Lena, what about cross-platform compatibility? Can both frameworks handle that, or is one better than the other in this regard?
Great question, John. Both Flutter and React Native are designed to be cross-platform frameworks, meaning they allow developers to build apps that run on multiple platforms, including iOS, Android, and web. However, the way they approach cross-platform compatibility is different. React Native uses a bridge to communicate between the JavaScript code and the native platform, which can result in some performance overhead and limitations in terms of what can be accomplished. Flutter, on the other hand, uses a single code base that compiles to native code for each platform, which allows for more direct access to native APIs and better.
Lena, what about the learning curve for these frameworks? If someone is new to mobile app development, which one would you recommend?
Excellent question, John. The learning curve for both Flutter and React Native can be steep, but I think Flutter might have a slight edge in terms of ease of learning. The Dart language is relatively easy to pick up, and Flutter's documentation and tutorials are excellent. Additionally, Flutter's architecture is designed to be more intuitive and easy to understand, even for developers without prior mobile app development experience. React Native, on the other hand, requires a good understanding of JavaScript and JSX, as well as React concepts, which can be a barrier for some developers. That being said, both.
Last question, Lena. What about community support and resources? Which framework has the stronger community, And why is that important for developers?
Great question, John. Community support and resources are crucial for any developer, and both Flutter and React Native have strong communities. However, I think Flutter's community is growing faster and is more active. Flutter has a very active GitHub community, with many contributors and a strong set of third-party packages and libraries. Additionally, Flutter's documentation and tutorials are excellent, and the framework is well supported by Google. React Native also has a large and active community, but it can be more fragmented, with many different approaches and solutions to common problems. This is because React Native has been around longer and.
Thanks, Lena, that was really informative. Before we go, I just want to remind our viewers to like and subscribe to our channel, Crazy Indians, for more tech-related content. And
don't forget to hit the notification bell, John. We'll be posting more content on mobile app development, Flutter, and React Native in the future. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks, Lena. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.